Hey, I'm Tim Lloyd, and I'm a fitness trainer in Low Country, South Carolina. So today we're going to talk a little bit about soccer conditioning. Now, great soccer players, they all seem to possess the following attributes: explosive speed and quickness, acceleration, deceleration, change of direction, endurance, balance, and a really cool Italian sports car. So, so how do we fine tune air conditioning in the gym to turn you into the next Lionel Messi? So our key training objectives that we're going to cover are acceleration and deceleration, proper sprint mechanics, arm drive and transfer of force, coordination, agility, directional change, endurance, explosive movements, plyometric jumps, balance and stability drills, lower and upper body strength training, knee, ankle, and hip stability for injury prevention, overall flexibility and range of motion, and of course, adequate recovery between workouts. Here's our lower body workout. And first up, we have the dumbbell squat. Now, this targets our quads, glutes, and hamstrings. We want to begin with our feet directly under our shoulders, so our dumbbells have room to work. We want to check our alignment. Our knees are going to stay directly over our feet, and we want to have our lower back neutral and straight. We don't want to be rounding off. We want to keep a strong core, and we want to come down until our thighs are parallel to the floor. Next up is the deadlift. These can be done with dumbbells or barbells. We're going to show the dumbbell version. But we're going to begin with our feet. We're going to be inside our hand grip on the dumbbells and our toes slightly behind the dumbbells. Then we reach for the dumbbells. We're going to rock our hips back. We're going to feel the workload transfer back to our glutes. We're going to straighten up and drive up through our hips, and we're going to finish tall at the top. And then on the way down, we want to control the weight. These target our glutes and our hamstrings. The lateral lunge targets the inner and outer thigh and strengthens the tendons and ligaments which support the knees. Now, as the weight transfers to the working leg, we want to keep our back straight and our core strong, and let the other trailing leg just straighten out at the knee. And then each rep, we drive up with the heel of the working leg, keeping our back straight. The dumbbell split squat is another great lower body stability exercise. It targets the quads, glutes, the inner and outer thigh, as well as the core muscles. Now we're going to show the example with the trailing foot resting on the bench. This is the more advanced version. You could also do these with both feet on the floor. So we want to begin by stepping out far enough so that we have enough room to work, but the rear foot still reaches the bench. And then as we control on the descent, the weight shifts to our front leg. We go down until the front knee is about at a 90-degree angle. And then we're going to rotate using both the trunk and the shoulders at the bottom of each rep. It's important to keep both knees stable throughout the rotation and then back up as we come back up with a straight back. Once we finish one side, then we will switch legs after a brief rest, and we'll do another set on the other side. We'll have a separate weekly workout day focusing on speed, quickness, and directional change. During this session, we'll perform several rounds of shuttle sprints, such as the 5-10-5 drills, in and out weaves through cones, box jumps, and side-to-side jumps, such as the drill shown here. After we've completed several circuits of our speed, agility, and quickness drills, we'll throw in some extra balance drills. These improve our ability to decelerate and change direction. One-legged squats are great for both balance and ankle stability. As we go down, we're hinging both at the hips and the working leg knee. So shoot for about 5 reps, and then we'll switch to the other leg. The skater pose is another balance exercise which also improves ankle stability. You reach out across the body towards the opposite foot, bend forward at the waist, and allow the trailing leg to move back and upwards. We'll shoot for about 5 repetitions per leg and then switch sides. Core strength is fundamental in generating force and moving efficiently in every plane of motion. We'll throw in 2 or 3 core exercises towards the end of each workout session. The decline Russian twist strengthens the lower back and the outer core trunk muscles. This is done from a decline bench, holding a weight away from the upper body. Rotate at the trunk in a controlled motion to each side. Don't pull with the shoulders. The Swiss ball reverse crunch targets the frontal abs and the hip flexors. Hold the exercise ball between the heels and the hamstrings. Rock your hips back and raise your head and shoulders at the same time. Exhale as you raise the ball off the floor. Also, pull your navel in towards your spine to engage more of your deep core muscles. The cockroach crunch targets the lower and outer core muscles. We're going to draw one elbow over and across to the opposite knee as you pull your knee up towards the chest. Then we alternate sides to perform about 8 to 12 reps a set. Pause and exhale as the knee and elbow come together and the trunk rotates. And finally, we'll close out each session with some static stretches of the primary muscles that we hit in that workout. Now, a static stretch is simply a deep stretch which we hold for 30 to 45 seconds. It signals the muscle to override the contraction message from the brain and relax and lengthen. So static stretching after intense work reduces recovery time and improves range of motion and also reduces the risk of injury. So the first static stretch we'll look at is a static quad stretch. So place your trailing leg on a bench or a chair. Transfer the weight forward to feel the stretch in that trailing quad. Hold this for approximately 30 seconds and repeat for the other leg. You can kind of stand up, sit up tall, and you'll feel the tension on that trailing quad increasing. The next stretch is going to be a hamstring static stretch, and we're going to use a belt or a strap. This allows for a deeper stretch than simply just pulling back with the hands on the calf. And we're going to begin this with a hip stretch. So we're going to pull the knee to the chest and hold for about 30 seconds. Now we're going to straighten the knee. We're going to place the strap over the foot and hold for another 30 to 45 seconds. So try and work deeper into the stretch as the hamstring relaxes. The butterfly stretch increases the hip flexor range of motion. So for this, we're going to bring the feet together, and then as we stretch, we're going to try and work the knees down towards the floor. Sitting up instead of lying back tends to increase the stretch in the hip flexors on this butterfly stretch. Okay, so we've covered the components of a great soccer training program. I hope to see you out there on the pitch.